Girls. So today, the look that I'm recording for you is this. It's a very work and school appropriate look. Mostly what I think of when I think of trying to look professional is nudes and browns and peaches and bronzes and all of that business. So that's kind of what I tried to add to this look. And as I'll mention later in the video, if this is too dark for you personally, or not dark enough, then you can, play with it. Play with the look. Play with all of my looks if you ever try them. It's your own thing, so use what you feel like using. But yeah, if you like the look, then keep watching. So to get started, you're going to your lid. And I'm going to use Kaysee Minerals for that. It's their Stay Put Primer. I just have like a sample of it, and this has like lasted me forever. But anyway, you want to apply that all over the lid and underneath and up to the brow bone and in the inner corner and pretty much all those various places. Then from there, all of this look pretty much came from this palette. This is an LA Colors one. Lately I have been buying a lot of like really inexpensive makeup, just because, I don't know, I want something that you guys could afford and that pretty much anybody can afford. But anyway, this was $1 and it's LA Colors eyeshadow. And if this is too dark, you think for you to wear to work, then you can just tone it down. There's several other options in this. I mean, there's 12 different colors. But anyway, I'm just going to start with this shade and a little white, but mostly this shade and this shade. But anyway, you want to apply that all over the lid. You want the lid to be like the lightest part of the look. I'm just continually packing the same colors on. Don't take it into the crease. Just on the lid there. Then you're going to want to dust off your brush just a little bit and take this white shade to lighten it up just a little bit, because it looks more skin tone than it does anything. And that is obviously not how this other lid is. You can drag what's left on your brush like just underneath your eye. Then from there, I'm going to go in with another LA Colors eyeshadow. This is their Shimmering Loose eyeshadow with a brush, but I don't use the brush that it comes with. So it's like this, and it comes with like this little brush, which is so ghetto and so not, like, it's like shit. That's all I'll say. But anyway, I do use the brush just to lay a little bit of the color down. Just to kind of pack it on. I think I have enough packed on. I'll go to my LA Colors blending brush, and you just want to blend that out. And from there, you can go back with that same eyeshadow brush, and you're going to go into all of the darker shades that is in this palette. I'm going to use this one, and a bit of this one. And you're just going to mix those on my favorite brush, my e.l.f. angled liner brush. More of the darker color though. And what you're going to want to do with that's going to be your outer V color. So drag starting a line following the golden shadow you placed before. Then follow the outline of that and start to fill that V shape in. Make sure you drag it into this lower lid, like the far outer lid part. Then you're going to want to drag that down on the lower lash line. And I would say take it in about halfway. But I think that looks pretty good. Then from there, you can take any kind of like flat shader brush. It's definitely a lot more flat than the other one. And you're just going to take this really pretty golden shade, and that's what you're going to use as your highlight color. So just pack that on a brush and start to define underneath that brow bone. And this will also tone things down just a little bit, and you can add a little bit of the gold shade to the inner corner for a highlight. Then you can go back over with a little bit of that same white we've been using the whole time, just to make it a little more of a highlight color, like this eye. Then from there, you can take a little more of that gold shadow, the same one that we used for the highlight, and pack that onto your lid to, again, lighten things up a little bit. And if you think that you have, again, lost more of your color, more of your outer color, your outer brown, you can go back in a little bit and just touch over that. Then from there, I'm going to use any kind of brown eyeliner will work. You're going to want to smudge that all along the outer portion of the lash line, and then you want to use a little bit on the outer waterline, then just continue to drag that where the rest of the brown is on your lower lash line. Then you're going to line the upper lash line with it as well. Trying as best as you can not to drag on your lid. Then if that top brown eyeliner color isn't dark enough for you, you can go back with the darkest shade in the palette that you used for your outer V color and kind of pack that over it just to darken it an itty bit. Like I said though, if this is too dark for you to wear to work, I actually wear this to work myself, and I work at a Family Dollar store. So anyway, if this is too dark for you, tone it down a little bit. Like I said, there's like a dozen options, which there literally is a dozen options with that palette, so use whatever works for you. Then from there, I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara. Just add some to your upper lashes, a little more to the other side. To the upper, as well as the lower. Then from there, I'm not even going to use anything on my lips. It's work. I don't want to have to fool with reapplying, blah blah blah. Just leave it more nude. But what I am going to use is bronzer and blush, which I have Mega Hit Pan on. But yeah, that's the two things that I actually am going to use, just to put a little more color into your face. So I'm going to start with the bronzer, and I'm using an LA Colors bronzer. This is in Bronze Glow. Any bronzer will do. Again, this is very affordable. I think it was like $2 or $1 or something like that. I don't know. You just want to pack some of that on any kind of blush brush, face brush, contour brush, whatever you want to use. Then you want to pull the hair out of the way. And I'm going to kind of contour with this. Add a bit more. You can also do it in your jawline, but concentrate it right here. Leave the upper portion of the face, like along here, for the blush. Then you can also add a bit on your temples as well. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I know I don't ever like apply a blush or a bronzer or anything like that on camera, so I decided to today. I usually start with my face fully prepped for everything. And again, just pull the hair out of the face and concentrate it right here and drag it down. Concentrate here and drag it down. You can do swirling motions. You can just press it on. You can use swiping motions. You can use whatever motion works for you. Then I'm going to use my CoverGirl Trio. It's Instant Cheekbones. Contouring blush. That's what it says. Anyway, I'm going to use mostly this peach shade, but a bit of this color too as well. As you can tell, I don't use the far color. A little bit too dark for me, but yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to use the same brush and start to apply the peach blush, which has a bit of a sheen on it, which is why I like it. Makes your face kind of glow. Which adds to that very pretty bronze look. That pretty much completes the look. Like I said, I wanted to make it kind of simple because, you know, it is work. He wants to look professional, and obviously when I work I have to take all this out because they're all judgmental and all that business. But anyway, if you like the look, then let me know in the comments, and I will try to come up with maybe a couple more work appropriate looks or something. But yeah, pictures at the end, and thanks for subscribing and watching and all that other jazz. Yeah, bye.
I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark, and I was over, until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they were strong, but my knees were far too weak.